Christmas off from recording. I had like a week of content backlogged, so stuff went up every day, so that's why you wouldn't have seen anything. And I didn't actually go anywhere, I just like Hawaiian shirts, so that's why I'm wearing this one. So what I'm going to be talking about today is pretty much my plans for this channel, my channel over on Library, and also some future stuff that I'm planning to do. So if you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and ding the little bell icon down below, because it'll really help the channel out. I'm aiming for 1,000 subs, and any help would be really appreciated. I'm not really sure why you're watching this if you're new, but I really appreciate the fact that you are. So now that's out of the way, let's get started. Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, I'm going to start with some of the basic stuff that I want to do, and then move on to the more interesting stuff later on. And if you stick around to the end, I'm actually going to talk about a new project that I'm going to start doing eventually. It's probably going to be sometime in the next 2 or 3 months that I'll start this, but stick around to the end and you'll hear about it. So the first thing that I want to do is keep releasing videos every single day. Now this might not sound too complicated, but there is one difficulty, and that's the fact that I'm entering into my final year of university. So I'll have my major honours project, and also I've got some master's courses that I'm taking, and also the rest of my electives are all 4th year courses, so they will be a lot larger workload than I had during my last year, but hopefully it shouldn't get too bad. I don't know how it's going to go. I'm going to try to balance everything, and if it gets too difficult, then what I'm going to do is, at worst, I'm going to drop back to like 5 videos a week, but I do want to keep up 7 videos if possible. My plan to do that, at least at this stage, if it starts getting to the point where I can't really do like in-depth looks at programs, I'm going to try doing a lot more news stuff, because news is dead simple to do. I just find an article and I read it. And also I might go back and look at some of my older content and look at stuff that I did kind of poorly. Like I want to redo my transmission video. And there's a couple older videos like that where I think I did a really terrible job, but I think that the content in it is really important if I can actually do it properly. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And apart from that, the actual content itself, it's not going to change too much. I'm going to hopefully continue improving the way that I speak, and also, I guess, improving the way that I do shot composition as well. Right now I'm recording at night. Hopefully the lighting isn't too messed up, because I haven't really recorded at night in this room, so I don't have the light from there. And also there's a fly you might see flying around. I might kill it off camera. We'll see if it starts annoying me. But pretty much the content, I just want it to keep getting better and better. But apart from that, the actual style, at least on this channel, I don't really have any, I guess, plans to change it too much. I'm going to keep it pretty much the same. Maybe throw in some more new stuff and some more basic tutorials, but besides that, it's just going to keep getting better and better. So the next thing is, so I've mentioned in pretty much every video since I started using the platform that I'm using Library, and I do want to actually hit a goal on Library. So right now, I'll switch over to my main screen in just a moment. I'll just bring up the screen. There we go. I pressed the wrong button. So there we go. Okay, so there's this website called Librarynomics, which is basically Social Blade, but for Library, and this shows what the thing I'm caring about on here is what the top channels on Library are. And right now, the bottom of the top list is 188. So that's not my actual goal for the year. That's really simple. I'm going to be on that list in like a couple of days, maybe 2 weeks at most. What I want is I want to hit 1,000 subscribers over on Library. So right now that would put me, where would that put me? 24th place on the platform. Obviously it's going to move by the time that I get there, so it'll probably be somewhere like 30th or 40th, but I don't really care about my position. I just want to hit a 4-digit number over on Library. So I think this is very, very possible. So right now I am at 178, I believe. I'll just double check. And I've been gaining about 4 or 5 subscribers every single day, so that does work out to be possible. And obviously as I get more subscribers, it's likely that I'm gonna start growing more and more. So I don't know, I want it to happen. That would be absolutely awesome. I'm not gonna do anything special for Library. I might do some more videos where I talk about Library, because the last one did way better than I was expecting it to. So I don't know, I might change my mind about cancelling the Library content. We'll see. I don't know what sort of content I'll do, but I'll work out exactly what I want to do when I actually get to doing that next video. The next one will probably be on like how much I make on Library, but I'll save that for that video. And the next thing that we've got, so I've actually got a list for this video, which is very rare for me. I don't actually plan out any of my videos, in case you didn't know. Basically what I do is I will think up some stuff in my head and then go from there. Pretty much all I think of is the intro, and then I go from there. But this one, I do have some dot points. Okay, so the next thing is for my YouTube. So I know I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube not too long from now. So I'm checking my Social Blade right now to see what a realistic extended goal will be. Because I think at the pace I'm going, I'm probably going to be at 1,000 by March or so. So let's see what Social Blade has me at by the end of the year. Let's see. So 12 months from now, it has me at 4,000. Is that doable? I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to see that happen. Let's hit 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year on this channel. I know that's a massive goal from where I'm at, and it doesn't seem possible being at 358 right now, but Social Blade for me has always been underestimating where I'm going to be at. I haven't actually missed any of my goals since I started growing, so I don't know. Am I going to be at 4,000 by the end of next year? We'll see what happens, and hopefully you guys can actually make that happen. So I just thought of this now, and it's not a super massive thing, but if we go over to my Discord, then let's see, we go over to my main Discord, my actual like personal one. We are getting more people in there, and I don't really have a set goal for this, but I do want to see this start growing more, because I think it's just cool to be able to build up a community and talk with like-minded people about random stuff, even if I'm just using it to announce videos and then I get people's reactions to it or other things like that. I don't know, I kind of want this to grow. As I said, I don't really have a set goal for this. Right now we've got, besides me and the Patreon bot obviously, there's 9 of us. I don't know what I want it to be at. We'll see what happens with my channel growth and everything like that. And along with that, I want to see my other platforms grow as well, like Twitter and also Mastodon. It would be nice if my Patreon grew, but obviously I don't expect that to happen for any time soon. If anyone does want to start donating to it, feel free to do it, but obviously there's no pressure to start doing that. So now we're at the interesting thing. So I did mention that I had a fairly big announcement. I actually didn't say it was a big announcement at all, but it's a big announcement. So within the next maybe 2 or so months, I'm going to start a podcast. So I'm still debating about the name, but right now I'm thinking of something like Tech Over Tea. So it would be basically, think WAN Show cross with something like the Joe Rogan Experience. So it's a tech sort of focused podcast, but every single episode I bring on a new guest, or I bring on some sort of guest. Sometimes there's not going to be a guest, sometimes it'll just be me, but most of the time I'm going to try to bring on a guest. I actually do have a couple of people lined up. You're not going to know any of them unless you are in some incredibly niche community. If you are a guy who likes using Snapchat, or a gal who likes using Snapchat, I don't have any women watching this channel. It's 100% men. I've looked at my statistics. But there is a mate of mine who is a official Snapchat Lens creator who I am going to bring on the podcast. So what I'm going to be doing is basically, I'm going to tailor the topic to whoever the guest is. And so for him, it would be AR or social media. I've got another mate who is into web dev, so the topic will be web dev for him, or whatever we want to talk about. And if the main topic gets completely derailed, it doesn't matter. I'm more interested in just talking to people that I find interesting and just talking to people I enjoy talking to. And if it doesn't even end up being about tech, that really doesn't matter. The name is sort of just something that I think is not a terrible name. I don't know, I'm still debating on the name. Tech Over Tea is the best name that I've come up with so far. So imagine like me drinking a cup of tea and we're just discussing tech. That's sort of the vibe that we're going for. And what I'm aiming for is about at least an hour or so for each episode. It could go for like 2 or 3 hours though. I'm not really setting a hard cap, and it won't be a live podcast because that'll just make it harder to actually set up with guests. So I'll record it whenever I feel like recording it, and then it will go up on the day that I specify for it to go up. I don't know what day it's going to be. I'll work out the actual details later. But as I said, I've got a few guests lined up, and I've got a couple of people who I think will be interested and who I think will actually make interesting guests. So I will talk to them soon, and hopefully they'll say yes. And I've got some mates who are game developers as well, so I'll talk to them as well, and I reckon some of them might actually be interested in coming on and discussing their game, or just discussing whatever it is they want to discuss. Because even if they are doing one specific thing, I don't want to set it so it's like a hard topic that we have to follow, because it doesn't make interesting content like that. I think it's better to just go with whatever happens, and if we go completely off the rails and talk about just, if we do a game developer podcast and we start talking about, I don't know, the benefits of water filters, that's fine. I think if it's going to be interesting content, it's perfectly fine to go down that route. So I've gotten better with being able to talk on camera, but you will see how bad I still am once I actually start the podcast. The only reason that I'm actually delaying it is because of a couple of reasons. One, I just want to actually grind out the fine details of it. Obviously, I'm going to work it out more as I start recording it, but I want to actually have a solid structure that I can work with and then start actually releasing them. The other thing is that I want to actually have some guests lined up, so I don't go the first episode with me and then another episode with someone else and then just have nothing for a while and then just me. I kind of want to have a group of guests lined up that I can bring on at any point and actually make some interesting content. And the last thing is that I actually want to have nice art for the actual video. There will be an audio version of it as well, but if you're watching it on YouTube, I don't know, because I'm not going to have people in with me because that's just too much effort and I just don't have the space for it, I'm going to need some sort of channel art, and I think I'm going to have a bit of time to work on that. As I said, I don't really have the name fully structured yet or fully set out yet, so making the art is also going to have to be put on wait for a little bit, and I don't know, I'll work it out. But keep your eyes peeled for that. I will let everyone know once it happens, and I will be promoting it really heavily once I actually do start releasing it, so you guys will definitely hear about it. So I think that's pretty much everything for this video. It's kind of way off topic compared to my normal content, but I hope that you guys actually enjoyed it, and enjoyed seeing, I guess, sort of behind the scenes of my thought process of some of the stuff that I'm doing on the channel. So if you like this video, remember to smash that like button and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you think. If you're new to this channel, remember to subscribe and ding the little bell icon down below because it'll really help the channel out. As I said, I'm aiming for 1,000 subs, so any help would be really appreciated. Up on that corner, I've got the playlist this video is in. You can still see the fly in the background, it is really annoying. But that playlist will be the off-topic playlist. I don't even know what's in that playlist, to be honest, but you guys will see it once it goes in there. Down below, I've got my Discord, so if you want to chat with me and also help boost up my numbers, because I do want to see that grow, go check that out. And also down below, I've got my library. Go subscribe to that if you want to see my videos on a platform that isn't YouTube. I do want to see it grow, and any help over there will be really appreciated. You'll see all the same content that you do on YouTube, so if you don't want to subscribe because of that, then that's perfectly fine. So down below, I've also got my support links. So if you'd like to support the channel, go check those out because any help down there will be really appreciated. And also, I've got my Twitter and my Mastodon. I don't really care if they grow, but the more people who follow my Twitter and my Mastodon are more people who get my video updates. So that's always awesome. So I think that's pretty much everything for this video. I hope you guys have an amazing new year, and I hope you enjoyed the last decade because it was definitely a fun time for me. There have been some amazing things that have happened. There have been some terrible things that have happened, but overall, I think it's been a good 10 years. So I think that's pretty much everything for me, and I'm out.